Okay, so here's Yamaha R1 2005. Very powerful bike. Really do need a steering damper, and that's what we're going to look at today. Okay, the steering damper is leaking oil. I don't know if you can see it or not with the glare. There we go. It's leaking oil, so we need to remove it and replace the seals. Okay, so first thing to do is to go down along the side down here, and there is a bolt going through here which I've already removed. Now I had a bit of difficulty because it was seized and it didn't want to come out, so I ended up drilling it, which wasn't ideal, but it was the only way of getting it out. Okay, when you have this removed, now you need to go up to the top. There is two bolts, one here and one here. You need to remove both of these. Then when you've that done, you just catch the steering damper in front, lift it up like so, wiggle it, and it will come out to you. Now generally it's stuck in here, so you just need a little wiggle and it'll come out. Okay, I'll be right back. So I've taken the steering damper to the bench. Now we need to flip it upside down like so and turn it to the side just so you can get a look. Now there is another little bolt going through here which you need to take out, or just at least loosen off, which I have done. So when you have that removed, just give it a little jiggle and it should come off like so. As you can see, I've still left the bolt inside, so I won't lose it. Okay, I'll just put this into the box. Okay, next thing you have to do is there is a little clip inside here, so you need to remove this, ideally with a pliers like this. Okay, be gentle with it, it takes a bit of time. Now I have this little tip removed, put this into the box. Okay, so now what you need to do is flip the steering damper back over, wiggle this a little bit. Okay, and that's out. Okay, just put this to the side for a moment. So on this little, don't know if you can see or not, but there's three little splines. One is here, one is here, and there's one more at the very inside here. So you need to remove the three of them. Be very gentle with them, they're little pieces. Now I have removed them three already, so there they are. There's one, the other two are in the box over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a little clean. Now I have only two hands, so I can't hold the phone, and so just get a bit of cloth and give it a wipe like this. Now we'll put that away for later. Okay, so back to the steering damper itself. So now what we need to do is to remove all of these screws, starting here, here, all the ways around. So I'll be right back. Now, what I meant to say was, when you're removing this fella, be very careful because it's spring loaded and there is a little ball bearing on the top. You need to take that out, and a little spring. Take that out. Just be careful not to lose the spring. Okay, I have all of these screws removed, so this should essentially pop up, hopefully. I may need to get a little screwdriver just to lever it, like so. Now be careful. Okay, so my damper is not actually that bad. So it actually has a bit of oil in it, so it's not too bad. Okay, so what we need to do is to remove this oil. Now I'm going to put it into a little container I have on the side here already, just so I'm not going to lose anything. Now, as you can see, I've removed the oil. So now what we need to do is take this piece out. So this is just a matter of wiggle, 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 and out it comes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this a little clean with a bit of paper towel and see what's actually happening. Now, as you can see, my oil is fairly well used. It's not as clean as it should be. So what we need to do is just clean it. Now it's a lot better. Okay, so what we have is one seal. Just clean the top piece there, it came off. So I'm going to put this away out of the way a minute. So there's actually no seals or no O-rings on this piece that came out. So we can put this to the side for a minute. Okay, I'll just put it into the box. Okay, so now we have one seal here, which is one of the main seals, and that needs to be lifted out. So just be gentle with it, and it should pop out fairly easily. Okay, now I'll just lift it out. Okay, now that seal in fact isn't that bad. If we examine it, it's not where my oil was leaking from. I know exactly where the oil was leaking from. It's the main seal down inside in the hole. There's one O-ring in here. Now it's difficult to get out, but it is obtainable. Just take your time. So give me 2 minutes and I'll try and take this out. Okay, just after discovering on this cover here, and the lens is after getting a small bit dirty, but there is actually an O-ring inside. So we need to remove that as well.